Well, buenas noches y bienvenidos a todos. Good evening and welcome to Barquisimeto, Venezuela. Welcome to coverage of La Liga Sudamericana. This is basketball, South American style. Tonight's opening match in Group C features Club Trouville of Montevideo, Uruguay versus Paulistano from Sao Paulo, Brazil. You get a look at the combined officiating crew who will oversee this evening's match. It's preliminary round action here in Group C, and my name is Liam Canny. As ever, it is my distinct privilege to be with you tonight as we bring you continuing coverage of La Liga Sudamericana. Here's a look at the Trouville club led by coach Alvaro Tito. Enrique Newsom, number 22, the naturalized American who plays for the Uruguay national team, and Kevin Young, number 7, two players to keep an eye out for. They'll do the bulk of the scoring for this Uruguayan outfit. There's Young, number 7, who'll play the center position. And then Enrique Newsom, they list him as a center, but he'll step away from the basket and face. He's more of a 3 or 4 man playing on the perimeter. As you see, this is a Trouville club that have already played one game in the domestic league. There's Coach Tito, and they beat Defensor Sporting, their crosstown rivals from Montevideo. They won that game on the strength of 19 points from Newsom and 18 points from Kevin Young. Here is the Brazilian outfit, Paulistano from Sao Paulo, Brazil. And look at the lineup there for Gustavo Conte. It's a young team. The average age of the players just 25 years old. But of course, the Brazilian National Basketball League, a quality league, and so this is a team that will come in with some experienced players, although they are very young. Guilherme Hubner, the center, number 77. Moji da Silva, number 3, the point guard. He'll make things happen for the team. And the coach, Gustavo Conte, just collecting his thoughts here in advance of tonight's tip-off. By contrast, Paulistano have not yet started their domestic campaign. They're 0-0 as yet in the league, and so they come into tonight's game without any competitive matches under their belt, and so this is a fantastic start to the season for them, if you like. The only problem is the pressure is high because only 2 teams here in Group C can advance to the semifinals of this competition. 4 teams from across the continent of South America are assembled here in this city of 800,000 citizens, just 225 miles to the west of Caracas, the capital of Venezuela. And so clubs from Uruguay, Brazil, and Colombia have descended here in this part of the world. So the players just going through a couple more minutes of warm-up for this club here, Trouville, in the red uniforms. They make their 5th appearance in La Liga Sudamericana. Most recently, they played in this tournament in 2015 when they finished in 9th position, so they didn't advance to the semifinal stage. By contrast, Paulistano making their first ever appearance in this competition. Just a word about La Liga Sudamericana. It's an annual competition played between the clubs of South America. It is the 2nd most important tournament played at the club level. The first, of course, being the FIBA Americas League. This tournament is organized by the FIBA Americas Zone. It's been run every year since 1996, and the winner gets a guaranteed berth to the FIBA Americas League, which will start in the new year. Both of these clubs with some deep tradition. Paulistano, an omni-sport club in Brazil, founded back in the turn of the century. That is back in 1900, not 2000. And the Montevideo club Trouville, founded in 1922. So deep histories for both of these teams. We've got another game in store for you later on, as the hosts will play a club from Colombia, the Bucaros club from Colombia, so at a Venezuelan-Colombian rivalry. But stay with us for the next 40 minutes here as we look to see who is going to open this Group C with a win. If you've been with us throughout this competition, you will know, of course, that Groups A and B have been settled in successive weekends. So Group A started the competition back in September 20th to the 22nd. And Mogi das Cruzes from Brazil and Gimnasia and Daulo of Argentina. Both of those clubs have advanced to the semifinal stage. Last weekend, September 27th to the 29th, the Weber Club from Buenos Aires advanced, as did the Maccabi Club from Montevideo, Uruguay. Both of those teams in the semifinal stage. It'll take certainly 2 wins to get you to the semis. And so to try to get a win on opening night takes the pressure off. Remember, it's a round-robin format, so the 4 teams will all play each other. Each team will play 3 games, and the top 2 records advance to the semifinals. So both coaching staffs just trying to impart some final words of wisdom on their players as they get ready to make their way onto the floor. You can see here the arena we're in. It's a large arena, seats 10,000. And let's hope that the fans will turn up in their numbers for the hosts who play next. There's the Puerto Rican referee just making sure the whistle works. This arena called the Domo Bolivariano, the home to the Rayados Club, who we will see later on tonight. So the players coming out, just introducing themselves to the referees and getting everything in order. As we bring you coverage of La Liga Sudamericana. The referees just having a look around. And they're counting to make sure that it's 5 each. Now, fans, remember, you can follow the in-game statistics on the LigaSudamericana.com website. And you can track the performance of the players as we go through tonight's game. There's also interviews and articles, statistics about the game. So feel free to track that as we are progressing through tonight's game. It'll be Trouville in the red uniforms and Paulistano in the white uniforms. And referees just waiting for the thumbs up from the official scorers. So the players now go through a little bit of nervous anxiety. They'll be anxious to get on with proceedings. They're glad to get out of the hotel, get to the arena. Both teams got to the arena nice and early. And you can see right in the center of the chest of the Paulistano Club, it's NBB, the National Basketball League of Brazil. It is one of the top leagues on the continent in South America. You see some exasperation there from the players who really want to get going. We're probably waiting here for some technical issues, make sure the clocks are running, shot clocks are running. So the players have to keep their concentration. We're here in Venezuela, and it's a real golden period for Venezuelan basketball. We'll see the Rayados Club later on. They are the champions of the Intercontinental Cup, and we'll talk about them. But Venezuela, the national team, are the reigning FIBA Americas champions. They won in 2015. They won gold in Mexico City. They qualified for the Olympics. So it's a real good period for Venezuelan basketball. Of course, many people will know Graves Vazquez, who plays in the NBA. Graves hasn't represented the national team now for a couple of competitions. He was with the team in 2012 when they tried to qualify for the 2012 Olympics. But hopefully he'll get back and play for the Burgundy of Venezuela. So the coaches will bring their players back in, just remind them of a couple of tactics. But right now the players just want to get on with things. They've got their heart rates elevated. They're nice and loose, gone through their warm-ups. And they like nothing better just to get rid of some of the butterflies, get an early touch on the ball, get a basket, and get things going. Coach Conti, nice and calm and collected. This Paulistano club, the club of Marcelino Hortas. What a great player he is. Hortas, of course, played many years for Barcelona in the EuroLeague. He's now plying his trade in the NBA, and he's a member of the Brazilian national team. So just play with Brazil in the Olympics. Of course, Brazil just hosted Olympic basketball in Rio. And the Americans once again claiming gold. Must be said, not necessarily the best American team, but all credit to them. Missing some of the stars, they were still able to continue their dominance in Olympic basketball. The Trouville club, they have some honors of their own. They won the Uruguayan National League back in 2006. And their name as the known as the Cheetos Club, I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is the neighborhood where the club is based. And this is the worst thing now for the players. They've got a light sweat. They're ready to play. And then all of a sudden their bodies start to cool down. This is when injuries set in. So quite rightly so, the players are coming out here onto the floor just to try and loosen up so that they can pass the time as we try to resolve this technical issue. Stay with us for the next 40 minutes as we try to settle this one. Well, this competition has been dominated for the most part by Brazilian and Argentinian clubs. It traces its history back to 1996. And the opening inaugural tournament was won by Olimpia of Argentina. They beat Corinthians of Brazil in the final. And Corinthians advanced to the final again in 97, again coming up short as the Tennis Club of Argentina won that. And then a tennis won back-to-back in 97, 98. It wasn't until 99 that the Vasco da Gama club from Brazil finally got a title for the Brazilians. They won it back-to-back in 99 and 2000. And then ever since then, since the turn of the century, it's been either an Argentinian club or a Brazilian club that have claimed this title. Argentina lead with 12 titles, and Brazil have got 8. So you wonder, is this a year when maybe a Venezuelan club, maybe the club we're going to see next, the Aguaro Celara club, get their hands on the trophy? The Aguaro's club won the Intercontinental Cup, which typically every year is contested between the FIBA Americas League champions and the EuroLeague champions. So great year last year for Aguaros as they won the FIBA Americas League, and then they won the Intercontinental Cup. They won it against the Frankfurt Skyliners, though, as the EuroLeague team, EuroLeague champion, did not participate in the competition. And so players just trying to stay loose, trying to keep their composure as we resolve this technical issue for you. Well, next weekend, we'll be on our way to Santiago del Estero in Argentina, where 4 more teams will try to advance to the semifinals. And that group is interesting, of course, because the Uniceab club from Brasilia, Brazil, will start their defense. They are the defending champions. They'll play next week in Santiago. And the other clubs in that group will be the hosts, the Olímpico club from Santiago, the Gigantes, the Giants of Guyana in Venezuela, and then the Concepcion club from Chile. Those 4 teams will try to qualify next week. Just a little bit about the competition and how it works. So 16 teams have started in this competition, and 4 teams play round-robin format tournaments in 4 different cities on consecutive weekends. So the first city was Comodoro in Argentina, and then it was to Valdivia in Chile. Here we are in Barquisimeto in Venezuela, and then next week it's Santiago del Estero in Argentina. So those 16 teams all will play each other in round-robin format. The top 2 teams from each group will advance to the semifinals. So 8 teams will go to the semis. They'll be placed in 2 groups of 4. Again, they'll play another round-robin tournament. And the top 2 teams will advance to the final 4. So, I beg your pardon, the top 2 teams will advance to the finals. And the finals will be played in a 2 out of 3 series home and away games. Uniseyev won it last year. Derek Ramos was the MVP. The year before that, it was the Bauru club. And Alex Garcia, former Brazilian international, won the MVP. And then in 2013, the year before that, again, it was another Brazilian club, Uniseyev again. And Guilherme Giovannone was the MVP. So it's been, the Brazilians have got a stranglehold on this competition in the last 3 years at least. And so we'll see how things pan out here in the weeks to come. Well, again, my name is Liam Canny, and is ever so delighted to be with you. Coach Tito just cheering his charges on. It looks like we might have everything right. And so, about 10 minutes late, we're going to get tip-off. As the players now have to refocus. Well, the Puerto Rican referee steps into the center circle. The ball is in the air. We're underway here in Venezuela for Group C action in La Liga Sudamericana. This is basketball South American style. First possession. Shot off the mark. Trouville settling to man-to-man defense. And Paulistano missed their first opportunity to score. The three just a little bit short. Knocked out of bounds by a Trouville hand, and so Paulistano now, I beg your pardon, Trouville now will get a chance to try and open their account. Good ball reversal to the wing. Paulistano in man-to-man defense. Newsom flashes to the high post. Shot rattles in and out. Newsom found himself in space, had a clean look, just couldn't knock down the mid-range jump shot. Transition basketball here from Paulistano, and Guilherme threads the first jump shot of the night, knocks down a three, and Paulistano draw first blood against the Reds of Trouville. Good on the ball pressure here by Paulistano. Shot clock running down, under 10. The runner in the lane falls. So after some good initial ball pressure by Paulistano, they gave away penetration a little bit easily there for the easy two. Paulistano tried to respond. Guilherme offers himself as a screen. The runner in the lane drops. Tough basket by Moji. As he floats in the air, then knocks down the little runner. Newsom sets a high ball screen. That opens up a three, and it's 5 each. So after a delayed start, the teams have come out, and they've both been efficient in offense. All credit to the players as they've been able to put that slow start behind them. Into the low post. That fadeaway is a little short by Lucas Silva. Couldn't draw iron, so the ball into the hands of Trouville. Shot on the way. That rims out. And a loose ball into the hands of Paulistano. There's the first basket of the night by Guilherme as he threads the three. But Trouville come right back and say, what you can do, we can do too, as Joaquin knocks down the three. Hook pass to Guilherme. He'll line up another shot. That one strikes the back of the rim. As he picked and then popped, found some space, just couldn't knock down the shot. That bounce pass is kicked by Guilherme. We'll get a new shot clock. End line ball here for Trouville. We've got some contact here away from the ball as the foul here is on Paulistano. It's on Lucas Silva here. You can see he's just trying to stay with Joaquin because Joaquin knocked down a three. Good pass to the wing. That jump shot just off the mark. And Paulistano take care of their boards. Four on the perimeter for Paulistano. That three ball, that won't fall. Lucas just can't find his shooting touch. Lucas Silva strikes the rim with that miss. Just 21 years old, Silva. Now Newsom. He's going to put it on the deck. Newsom just glides to the basket. He had an open jump shot and decided to probe on the dribble drive. He's rewarded with the bucket, and Trouville get their first lead. Wide open three. Clean look. Easy basket for Renato Carbonari. And now lead seesaws back to Paulistano. Skip pass to the wing. Newsom with a screen. A hard foul here as Villegas tries to find space. Ran into a white jersey, and we've got second team foul here against Paulistano. Sideline ball here for Trouville. Paulistano not making things easy here. They're digging in defensively, contesting passes, good ball pressure. Joaquin gonna try and deal. His runner, that's hard. Good defense by Paulistano. Can they get an outlet here? Can they push? Pass inside to the low post. Renato's going to bang with Newsom. Oh, good defense by Enrique Newsom. Here come Trouville on the break now. Skip pass. Extra pass. Pretty basketball by Trouville. They just can't find the basket to reward for their ball work. Now, Paulistano with numbers coming back the other way. Trouville is scrambling to stop the ball. Guilherme finds space. Got it! That's just a classic case there where Paulistano pushed the ball down the floor. They forced Trouville to rotate, match up, and that's a hard skill to do defensively. Guilherme knocks down his second three. Paulistano lead by 4. Bounce pass to Newsom! His shot won't drop. So Newsom toes the line. And this gives coaches a chance to get to the benches. Enrique Newsom from St. Petersburg, Florida originally. 34 years old. He makes both free throws. Pass into the low post. Good defense by Trouville as they double down to the post. That's just an easy attempt. I was about to say an easy two for Lucas, but he missed the lay-in, and Lucas just having a hard time trying to score. He's 21 years old as Lucas, just finding it difficult to get his scoring touch. There's a foul by Moji. Benjamin Plunkett in the game for Trouville. Try and draw level this trip down the floor as we pass the midway mark of the first quarter. It looked like Plunkett and Joaquin just got their wires crossed. Newsom shows on the screen, then settles back into defense. That three ball off the mark. Moji's shot wouldn't drop. And now Plunkett gets a touch in the low post. Gonna go to work. Oh, Plunkett uses his body to good effect. Just creates the space with Guilherme. A little bang. Drives the left elbow into the chest of Guilherme. just subtle enough so the referees don't see it as a foul, but it's a skillful move from Plunkett. Let's see if he gets another touch in the low blocks. Newsom. His fadeaway is good. Enrique Newsom having an outstanding start here in this opening stanza of the game. Offensive rebound to Paulistano's. Another opportunity to score. Now Plunkett's exposed here on the perimeter. Well, he must have heard me. Oh, Plunkett's appealing for the travel. Plunkett walls up, and just as he brings his left hand down, now Plunkett feels like he got a lot of basketball. Now he wants to travel. Oh, the reactions by Puckett. And once you bring that hand down and break the plane of vertical, so Puckett brought his left hand down, and although we got a lot of basketball, as soon as you bring that hand down, you're giving the referee a chance to make a call. Wesley Alves da Silva at the line here for Paulistano. Goes by the name Moji. Represented his country in 2014 at the under-18 FIBA Americas Championships. Just 20 years old. Newsom glides to the rack and lays it up and in. Somebody's got to try to suppress Enrique Newsom. He's scoring with ease this quarter. Trouville lead by 3. It's their largest lead. Moji feathers a pass into the low post. Look how Puckett really puts ball pressure. Does enough. Long rebound to the hands of Paulistano. Skip past Emoji. He'll rise for the 3. That's no good. Another offensive rebound by Paulistano. And another. They just can't convert. Renato keeps it alive. Into the hands of Pedro de Souza. And de Souza lays it up and in the right place at the right time. And now, with new personnel on the floor, Paulistano going to show a zone here defensively. Less than 2 to play. Shot clock running down. Newsom has to let it fly. A forced opportunity from him. Paulistano give it away. A break now for Trouville. Oh, that's a terrific finish. Galletto finishes well. Joaquin didn't help him out. It was a 2-on-1, and Joaquin faded to the 3-point line. Drive baseline. Kick, extra pass. Paulistano moved the ball well. They just don't have a proven scorer yet. Corner shot off the mark by Lucas. Lucas is 0 for the quarter right now. Can't find the bottom. Oh, good spin move. And finally rattles home a jump shot in the baseline. Long and lean is Lucas. And finally opens his scoring account. Tough move inside. Puckett acknowledges the pass. As he powers it up and in. Right now, that man there, Enrique Newsom, just stepped out. He's got 8 points. And Joaquin has 5. So 13 of the 19 points coming from 2 players for Trouville. Paulistano. Try and draw level. This trip down the floor. Tough pass. 3 on the way. In and out. We've got a push here. Who's it on? Is it on Galletto? It might very well be. It is. It's on Juan Galletto. He's called for a hold. Let's see if we can see it here. Just the slightest of touches, and there's not a lot in that. You know, Gallardo, he's going the other way on transition. He's trying to get the break going, and the referee's right about the call, but it's just the slightest of touches, which another referee very well may have let go. 10 seconds here now. End of the first quarter. Paulistano. Lucas Rice for the three. That would have tried it up. It won't fall. Gallardo with a long rebound. And he'll send up the prayer, which is short and unanswered. Well, at the end of 10 minutes of play here in Venezuela, there's your score. Trouville from Montevideo, Uruguay, 19. Paulistano from Sao Paulo, Brazil, 16 in La Liga Sudamericana. Well, here's a look at some stats that'll try to explain this quarter to you. Neither team shooting well from behind the three-point line. You'd like to shoot about 40% as a team. Neither team getting to the line very often. And here's the distribution. So it's Newsom with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Hubner with 6 for Paulistano. Guilherme Hubner, number 77, with those 2 threes. And he was the first one to start this quarter. You can look at some highlights from the first quarter of play. Well, first possession here to Trouville, as Gallardo gets it across the midcourt stripe. Paulistano back into their man-to-man defense they started the game with. Here's Joaquin, hit top of the key. Will use the pick of Newsom, draws a double team. Might have got away with a travel. Newsom comes up with it. Puckett, got it! Oh, Puckett loves to stretch the floor. Benjamin Puckett, an interior player, the American, but he can really stretch the floor with that shooting touch. Into the high post. Puckett now has to defend. That's a long jump hook off the window and good. Pedro de Souza with a tough bucket. The perfect riposte from Paulistano, who go back into that zone defense. Well, Puckett will love this. His pass deflected now. He'll find all kinds of space. Puckett's got a seal inside. Newsom. Shot clock running down. Newsom trying to manufacture something. No good. Long rebound. Here's Paulistano. And good transition D from Trouville. So he stopped the ball off the floor. Newsom almost stole it. Shot clock at 10. Jonathan. Oh, good jab, Sid. Good footwork. De Souza with the rebound. Renato. Got it! Renato Carbonari with a good-looking three. And the man from Bauru threads a trifecta. Puerto Rican referee just coming over to the scorer's table. Newsom kicks. That's Puckett's three. That was pure. Good work there by Pedro. Moves it on to Renato. Knows what to do with it. Skip pass to the corner. Sweep move. Pocket pass to Pedro. He's got the jump hook in his locker. Oh, he just got caught for the travel. Unfortunate. Trouville lead by a point. Pass inside, and rims out. It's Young in the game. Young didn't really feature in that first quarter. Just ball wouldn't drop for him. But Young had a terrific game in the first league game for Trouville. As I mentioned in my opening comments, Trouville beat Defensor 91-80. Now, this is a Defensor team who almost qualified in Group A of this competition. So they would have gone into the first game in the league with 3 competitive games from Group A. And Trouville won that. Kevin Young had 18 points in the winning effort. He tacks on his free throws there. A foul here on the perimeter by Joaquin. Shot hard at the backboard, no good. Battle on the boards. Another offensive rebound for Trouville, for Paulistano. And this will be a talking point at halftime. Jonathan lets fly. That's no good. Another long rebound. Jonathan comes up with his own miss. Good nose for the ball. Pass to the corner. That's good. Finally, Paulistano, at the third time of asking this trip down the floor. Eddie Carvalho knocks down the 3. Young again, starting to do some damage, starting to go to work. Here's the 3 on the other end. Nice pass inside, high to low. And Young, with the presence of mind, pumps his chest for the N1. Finally this time, Trouville gathered their defensive rebounds. Paulistano got 8 offensive rebounds so far in the game. Make that 9. The contrast, just the 1 for Trouville. Renato shrugs his shoulders. Just a little bit over-aggressive in the low post. It's a possession here for Trouville. A little bit of inside-out play. Joaquin makes the extra pass to Lopez in the corner, who says, "Gracias, amigo." And Lopez with the triple. Alex Lopez opens his scoring account. Paulistano try to come back with the 3 of their own in the corner. That's no good. Trouville with numbers here. Joaquin will settle for the 3. Didn't press the numbers. And Renato comes back for Paulistano. Another 3. Rain and jump shots. Oh, deep 3 by Lucas. That one came down wet. And Lucas, who struggled in the opening stanza, starts to find his touch. Bucket, we know he can shoot that. And he proves me prophetic. Benjamin Puckett with the jump shot. This foul is either on Lopez or Young. Lopez is pleading his case. It is. It's on Lopez. Just helping Young in the low post. See if we can see it here. So Lopez is digging down. He's just boxing out right there. Nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with that either for Lopez as he threads a three from the corner. Trouville open up their largest lead. You see the Trouville players now digging in to defend. Team foul starting to mount up. There it is, third team foul. Just the first for Romero, the third for the team. Touch pass inside, intended for Guilherme. He doesn't get it. Shot clock running down. There's Lucas on the wing. The floater. No good! Good rebound. The 10th offensive rebound for Paulistano. They turn it into 3 points. Well, outstanding work on the backboard. And we've got a timeout here from Trouville. And one thing the Trouville players are going to hear in this timeout is that they have got to block out and look after their defensive rebounds because Paulistano have come up with no fewer than 10 offensive rebounds in this first half. Well, this is a good timeout here from Coach Alvaro Tito. Just wants to talk a few things. As it's an offensive timeout, now he's talking his players through what he wants to do offensively. But there needs to be a clear message from either Coach Tito or his assistants that they need to box out. There it is. He just showed it. I don't speak any Spanish, but you can tell just by his body shape there, he's telling his muchachos, boys, you got to box out. Slowly, we're starting to get a few fans trickling in here. Remember, stay with us throughout the evening. We've got another game to come. That's the home team, Guado Stellara from Venezuela, will square off against the Colombian club, Bucaros of Tunja. There's Renato. It's a little longer timeout than usual. Teams typically get 1 minute, and that one just dragged on a little bit. So possession here for Trouville. Paulistano showing a little bit of pressure up the floor as they extend their defense. Back now into man-to-man defense. Inside to Young, and it looks simple, but Young's got great patience. So Young sets the screen and the horn set, and then dives to the basket. Now once he catches the ball, watch this, he catches a little up fake just to get the defenders off their feet. Here it is, little head and shoulders, thank you. Defenders rise, and then Young knows what to do with it in there. Just leans in, gets the contact, and earns himself a trip to the line. He's been unerring from the line tonight. Kevin Young. I just jinxed him. 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight. Little weave here at the top by Paulistano. Nice pass inside. Great execution. And Guilherme acknowledges the pass. Shows he can score inside and out. But textbook execution by Paulistano. They've gone through that set many times in practice, and right now they'll believe in it. Haven't got the easy two. Young called for the moving pick. Just his first, the team's fourth. Newsome, the American, comes back in. Of course, Newsome is naturalized. He plays for the Uruguayan national team. Was with them in 2015 at the FIBA Americas Championship. So exact same offense. Guilherme strolls down the lane, trying to get a seal, doesn't get it. Lucas skips around the defender. Yeah, just outstanding defense. Really, really good defense by Trouville, because twice Guilherme, the offensive execution wasn't bad. Guilherme established position in a low post twice. Couldn't get it either time. You're going to see him dive down at the end here. There he is, just showing his numbers. And Newsome able to tip the ball out of bounds. Paulistano back in the 2-3 zone. To the corner, shots on the way. Guilherme Wani got away with a foul. No good. Newsome can't convert with the offensive rebound. Eddie Carvalho knocks down another three. Carvalho with 2 threes from the same spot on the floor. Make it 3 threes. And he's got 9 points off the bench. Villegas into the short corner of the pocket. Pocket goes baseline. He runs into the man mountain. Guilherme Hubner, and draws the foul. Last year, as a reminder, this is Trouville's 5th appearance in La Liga Sudamericana. They finished in 9th position last year. Paulistano making their first ever appearance. Again to the dribble weave. Paulistano like. And the post player goes down, just makes a mess inside. Trying to get a pin in the seal. Puckett recovers to pick up Pedro in the low post. Shot clock running down. Trouville going to get rewarded, are they? Yeah, Trouville with another stop. And you can see what it means to the players as they emote. Shot by Carvalho is wayward. But it's the defense, really, of Trouville that forces that quick shot. That shot no good. You can see the red jerseys hustling back on defense. Just wouldn't fall. Good ball reversal to Trouville into the corner. Pass intended for Newsome. Newsome says, come on, man, throw me a chest pass. Villegas shot in the corner, off the mark. Pedro testing the defensive pocket. Pedro, he loves that jump hook, and he converts. Well, Pedro, a little sky hook. He's made one of those already. And you can see his 4 points coming from that hook. So Pedro goes this way, steps through, goes back the other way. Nice touch, good rotation. There's the step through. Just buy some space, and Puckett just can't believe it. It's the kind of shot you make when you're playing horse. So closing seconds here of the first half. This game in the balance. 2 points separate the two teams. It has seesawed back and forth. Trouville have led by as many as 7. Right now they find themselves down 2. And again the zone from Paulistano. Into the high post. Pass intended for Puckett. Great defense by Paulistano. Terrific defense by Paulistano as they force a turnover now. Do they show patience here in the final seconds? As they try to get the last shot here and extend their lead. They lead by 2. Horn set. The drive to the basket. Rims up and drops. Oh, terrific play by Paulistano as they close the first half with a well-deserved basket on good execution. They ran the horn set. Scissor cut for the two pickers. And created the opportunity. There's your score at the end of 20 minutes of play. Paulistano from Sao Paulo, Brazil, 39. Trouville from Montevideo, Uruguay, 35. This is La Liga Sudamericana. We're just taking a look at the stats here before we send you to the refrigerator to get some refreshments. Well, the team's starting to improve their three-point shooting. They were 25 and 22% respectively after the first quarter, so things starting to improve. Paulistano notably just got to the line twice. Just 2 free throws as compared to 9 for Trouville. Look at the rebounds. 10 offensive rebounds for Paulistano. They were 23 total. They've got a +9 rebounding differential. And that's a statistic that a lot of coaches pay a lot of attention to. You do not want to lose the battle of the boards. Certainly not by that kind of a margin. And for Paulistano, the 10 offensive rebounds means they're getting extra chances to score each trip down the floor. Puckett with his 12. Well, we'll take a break here now as you look at the top scorers in this first half. It's Group C action in the preliminary round of La Liga Sudamericana. Come back and join us in about 10 minutes for continuing coverage of South American basketball. Well, welcome back to Venezuela. Welcome back to continuing coverage of La Liga Sudamericana. It is halftime here in this Group C preliminary round game between Paulistano of Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Trouville from Montevideo, Uruguay. If you are coming back to us, welcome back after the halftime intermission. If you're just joining us, a very warm welcome to you indeed. Buenas noches y bienvenidos a Venezuela. It's been an entertaining game as the lead has seesawed back and forth between both teams. Neither team can really stamp their authority on this one. Trouville in the red uniforms and Paulistano in the whites. Paulistano making their maiden appearance here in this competition. Trouville making their fifth appearance. We're in Barquisimeto, Venezuela, some 225 miles to the west of Caracas, the capital city. It's a long way to the capital, and it's a long way to the semifinals. Teams have to play 3 games here in round-robin format. It'll touch inside to Lucas, trying to find space. Wasn't good spacing for Moji. He'll go back to Lucas, who faces, steps away from the basket. He's got that high arching shot. It's a 2. His foot was on the line, but a better start for Lucas than in the first half. Missed his opening shots, and so that one hit nothing but the bottom of the net. Now Young starts in the second half, goes inside. His drop step move, no good. Paulistano try to break. Good transition D by Trouville. A little leaner in the lane, won't fall. And Puckett gets the rebound, had it momentarily, lost it. Good work by Paulistano, and one! Well, great defensive pressure by Paulistano. Pedro out. Rewarded with the basket, so Puckett found himself swarmed by white jerseys. And De Souza, Pedro de Souza has 8 points. Deep 3 by Joaquin. That's no good. So Paulistano lead by 9. This is the largest lead that they have enjoyed. That's an ill-advised shot there from Lucas Silva, the 21-year-old. Might be drawing the coach's ire with that shot. Oh, terrific pass inside to Young! Well, Young thought he had an easy 2, but Pedro out, lays it on him. Just a hard foul by De Souza. Young rises, and De Souza says, I don't think you should try to do that in here. Ho! This is hard basketball. The foul is from behind. And Young ends up on the deck, and De Souza doesn't help him up. Well, it's game on here in Venezuela. No quarter asked, no quarter given. You look at Lucas Silva there down the end of the bench. He's got some international experience. In 2013, he represented Brazil on the under-19 national team at the World Championships in Prague. And I think he might be in the doghouse based upon that last shot that he forced up. So now, Trouville shows some 2-3 zone here as they mix up their defense. Skip pass over the top of the zone. The dribble drive. Pretty drive, easy 2 by Paulistano. And the zone is supposed to prevent that from happening. It's Moji with the pretty layup. Moji da Silva. And right now, Paulistano on this 11-0 run. There's Moji. Great concentration as he ends up on the floor, but has the presence of mind to finish that shot. Joaquin on the right hand. His little runner, no good. Tries to keep it alive, does. Young comes up with it and one. Young is fouled. Now it's on Renato. It's on Pedro here. Pedro just making his presence known inside. He doesn't do a lot wrong there, to be honest. And he and Renato both look over the referee to say, ref, we're straight up. But the laws of the game, the way they interpret them, always in the advantage of the offensive player. So Kevin Young gets to the line, and he's got 8 points. Good patience here from Paulistano. Good defense by Trouville. Renato. He'll give it to Moji. Moji now has got a deal. That's a deep three. Short. So good defense by Trouville as the zone flummoxed Paulistano there. Moji just gets called for the reach, and defensively you hate to see that. The shot clock's at 6. You can see Moji looks over the bench and apologizes. Just the first foul, but when that shot clock gets under 10, you really got to play defense with your feet. Pass inside to Young. Good seal by Young. He lays it up and in. And just too strong in there for the Paulistano defenders to cope with. We'll take a break in the action here as we've got a timeout in Venezuela as both teams go to their benches and Paulistano want to talk things over. Just a textbook seal there by Young as he kept, and let's acknowledge the pass too, he kept Pedro on his backside. And a good feed inside for the easy 2. So Young really making his presence known inside for Trouville. Just take a look at some scores here. Young's got 10. And Puckett has 12 for Trouville. Paulistano, it's Pedro with 9, Eddie Carvalho with 9 on those 3 threes, providing a spark off the bench. So Paulistano now trying to keep that comfortable margin. They're up 6. I always think you like to keep it 6-8. Make it a 3-possession, 4-possession game. And then when you're a lead, just keep that scoreboard ticking over. Take the break opportunities when you can. Work the clock when you can. It's a good position to be in. Good patience here by Paulistano. Pedro loves that jump hook, won't fall. Second effort, no good. Great execution by Paulistano. Pedro just couldn't finish. Oh, inviting pass to Young, who flushes. What a delightful pass. The asistencia, and Young does the rest. Young's going to get his name in the score sheet, but watch this beautiful bounce pass. Invites Young to go to the tin. pat on the back there. A muy bien to Manuel Romero with the asistencia. Just another technical glitch. Now the players have coped with this sort of thing well at the beginning of this game. Tip-off was delayed maybe as much as 10 minutes as we had a technical glitch with some of the equipment. The Scorers equipment. We're back underway here now as we hit the 6-way mark of the third quarter. Trouville trailed by just 4 on the back of that last basket. Here's George Lucas. Oh, slashes to the basket. Lucas lays it up and in. He's 20 years old. Big prospect from Diadema, Brazil. Villegas with a scoop shot, counted at 1. Well, Villegas weaves his way to the basket. Yohan Villegas, we're going to see the slashing basket by Lucas de Paula. But an equally nice basket by Yohan Villegas down this end. And Trouville now are within a possession. Trouville still show that even front zone, that 2-3 zone. It's a matchup zone. Well, I've just earned my money tonight as De Paula comes up with a 3. You don't see matchup zone very often. We'll see if we can just look at it one more time if Trouville stay in it. Passing to Young in the low post, draws a double team. Who's open? Puckett. Oh, look away pass inside to Villegas. Good sharing of the basketball by Trouville. Can they turn it into points? Shot just wouldn't fall. Great team basketball by Trouville. Puckett closes out in the perimeter. It's man-to-man defense now in transition. The runner, no good. Renato with the putback. Renato Carbonari. 13 offensive rebounds for Paulistano. And Renato with the basket. He has 8. Young is going to get called for the travel. Good defense by Renato Carbonari as he walled up on Young, just smothered his space. And quick as you like, Paulistano will reestablish that 8-point lead. Now this trip down the floor, a chance to make it double digits. Both teams outstanding with the ball. Just 5 turnovers at this stage of the game. Very good indeed. De Paula moves it on. Renato can shoot that. So can Cavallo. Cavallo, let's go. The shot just graces the front of the rim. Puckett draws the double, finds the open man. The shot's no good by Romero. De Paula moves it on. Oh, high arching shot up and good. And Paulistano have got their tails up now. It's Silva knocks down the 3 off the assist by De Paula. Great basketball by Paulistano. And they open up their largest lead as they push it to 11. Well, I'm enjoying watching this Paulistano team play. You know, a young team, as I mentioned in my opening comments. Average age of the team is just 25 years old. And just going down the roster, they've got 3 teenagers and 2 players who are 20. So exciting futures for some of these players. The player just scored the last basket. Lucas Silva, 21 years old. Pedro de Souza, beg your pardon, just 20 years old. So young, talented team here. In that Brazilian professional league, just an outstanding quality, outstanding caliber. So those players will get a chance to develop. And these international competitions so important for them as well, especially as it's part of their preseason training now. Paulistano staying man-to-man defense. Bucket shot, no good. Newsom back in the game for Trouville. Renato has to come out to get it from Carvalho. Carvalho, a little touch pass inside to Renato. Good defense by Trouville as they collapse on the basketball. But Villegas is going to get called for the foul here. Yohan Villegas just with a reaching foul. And Trouville just going to dig in and defend here now on their baseline. Look how far the defense pushes the ball to the perimeter. De Paula, pass to the corner, extra pass. Lucas Silva rises, and that shot deadens off the back of the rim. Lucas Silva right now just 2 for 6 from behind the rainbow. And Trouville come right back and respond. It's Villegas with the deuce. That gets the arrears down to single digits. That's always a psychological lift. Silva probes now. He's guarded closely by the veteran Newsom. Silva's shot forced. And we're going to get a foul here. Lucas Silva's shot rushed. And the foul's on Dos Santos. So we're going to make the trip down the floor here for free throws as it's team fouls against Paulistano. Alex Lopez from Montevideo steps to the line. Makes the first. And the second. Lopez in his second Liga Sudamericana, played last year with the team. 2 games. 23 minutes of action. Now Paulistano trying to build on this lead. And a foul here against Lopez. Lopez was exposed in the low post, so just commits the foul and allows the teams to get their matchups again. Good defense by Puckett in the low post. Now Puckett on offense, drops a pass to Ricky Newsom, and Newsom does the rest. Puckett the provider, Newsom the finisher. And Trouville have got themselves within 5. That three ball off the mark. Cavallo with the rebound. Another offensive rebound here for Paulistano. Long three on the way. No good. That shot off the mark. And we've got basket interference here. So now Trouville within 3 seconds to play. Bodies flying through the air. Pedro couldn't flush that miss. Back come Trouville. They've got numbers. Villegas lets fly with a 3. That would have tied it. No good. Newsom with the offensive rebound. Puckett. And Villegas now wants to get the last shot here. About a 6-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Villegas is stripped momentarily. Great defense by Lucas. But Reke Newsom, Johnny on the spot, lays it up and in. And Trouville are within 1. Newsom has the presence of mind to commit the foul. Great job by Newsom. Trouville aren't in team fouls yet, so 1.4 seconds left. Lucas. That shot won't fall. Well, what a good comeback by Trouville. They trailed by as many as 11 points in that third quarter. But by dint of hard work, they've got themselves back to within 1. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's Paulistano of Sao Paulo up a penny over Trouville from Montevideo, Uruguay. Look at the 14 offensive rebounds by Paulistano, really pressing their advantage on the boards. They were +8 at halftime. They're +7 now. But Newsom, just a one-man show, trying to do what he can to help his team out. He has 7 individual rebounds. Scoreline by quarter. Well, this game could be the pivotal game in the group. It comes as our opening game, but you know, if we just kind of look at these teams on paper, you would have thought that Wados de Lara, the home team, who are the winners of the FIBA Americas League and the Intercontinental Cup, they would come in as favorites. And the Colombian team we're going to see later on, Bucaros, just a semi-professional outfit, so it'll be a big ask for them to try to get a win here on this weekend. And so this is the game. I think both Trouville and Paulistano will look at this and say, this is a must-win for us. It'll take 2 wins to get through to the next round. All this, of course, is conjecture. The Colombian team could come out, Bucaros, and really unsettle the apple cart if they get a win. So the script goes straight out the window, and that's the beauty of sport, isn't it? That's why we play these games. Villegas now is going to try and break down Renato. Step back jump shot. No good. Puckett couldn't keep it alive. Nice crossover dribble. And the reverse layup just wouldn't drop. Is there basket interference? There is. So the basket will go. It's Arthur Da Silva who's going to get credited with it. Look at the concentration. And there's just a touch on the basket. You can touch the basketball if it's on the rim. You just can't touch the basket. Puckett is fouled on his way to the basket. Foul there by Moji as he rotates over from the help side. And Moji comes up worse for wear, but he definitely fouled Puckett. There's no doubt about that. Puckett makes the first. He's 13 points on the night. And the second. Arthur Da Silva injects some pace, and Arthur Da Silva sees that the defense isn't quite organized. He does exactly what you want your point guard to do. Penetrate until somebody stops you. And that penetration causes havoc amongst defenses. So heady play by Arthur Da Silva, the man from Sao Paulo. Da Silva played in this competition last year. Shot from Villegas off the mark. Nice bounce pass by Da Silva. Da Silva's just come in now in this fourth quarter. Hasn't played before that, and he's providing some good minutes. Jonathan in the corner. Got it! Pretty three by Jonathan Dos Santos. Timely three. Pushes that lead back to 6. Puckett! Good move by Puckett. Puts it on the deck with his left hand. And just uses his body ever so well to get in good scoring position. It's good work. And look at that. Jonathan is on the floor to pick the ball up. In the presence of mind to get up and knock down the three. So Puckett will step to the charity stripe here and throw it 2 times. Benjamin Puckett from Snellville, Georgia. Into a Division II team in the NCAA's, Clayton State. Played in this competition last year. Just the 3 games, just 1 weekend as Trouville did not advance. The weave, Paulistano love. Da Silva finds a pass to Renato. And Renato can't make the interior shot, but draws the foul against Lopez. So Renato will step to the line. Renato Carbonari. His first trip to the line tonight. You can hear Newsom saying that was a good foul. Second time that Carbonari has appeared in these competition. Paulistano staying that man-to-man defense. Newsom. You know, Newsom does all the hard work, and he's rewarded with the basket because Newsom sets 2 picks in that play and then makes a deep dive to the basket, gets on the end of it. Might have got away with a little bit of lazy defense there, Newsom, as he didn't close out the shooter. But certainly offensively, good heady play by Aleke Newsom. Lopez's shot, no good. Newsom couldn't gather it, tipped it, just couldn't bring it in. De Silva hooks a pass to Carbonari, lays it up and in. Good combination there in transition by De Silva and Carbonari. And this will elicit a timeout from Trouville, who got themselves back in the game momentarily. And once again, they're down by 6. So Paulistano extends some pressure up the floor here. And now Trouville, remember the measure of a good timeout is can you execute a good offense? Paulistano in that 2-3 zone. Puckett knocks down a 3. Just has a little word with his defender. Puckett with 17 points off the bench. De Silva on a down screen. His 3 ball just a little bit short. Long rebound into the hands of Trouville. Can they get numbers? Oh, the pass intended for Young. Off the mark. Here's De Silva in the open floor. And lays it up and in. And just a silly foul here against Trouville. Just a silly foul. Let's see if we can see it in the instant replay. So the pass ahead. Arthur De Silva is going to pick up the ball and lay it up and in, but coming from behind, you can see the foul there. Just a push by Manuel Romero. And Romero gives up another possession here to Paulistano, so a real mental error by Romero. Renato goes to the basket. A little bit of Ole defense by Puckett. Ole defense by Puckett again. I think we might have a technical foul here. Let's see if we can see it again. Here's Romero. I think the referee thinks Romero flopped, but you can see right there his foot just got caught up. That's unlucky for Romero. So the referee has given Romero a technical foul for flopping and simulating. We have the advantage of the instant replay. So Romero's foot, it looks like, was caught up with Guilherme's. unfortunate situation for Romero. He commits a silly foul, and then just misfortune besets him here. And Paulistano trying to turn it into points. They got the layup, they got the free throw. Now inside to Guilherme, and his left-handed jump hook is good. Well, Guilherme provided 9 points in the first quarter as he started, sat the second and the third quarter, and now with the game on the line, Coach Conte brings him in. Joaquin's three-ball attempt is no good, and you wonder now if this game is starting to escape Trouville. There's plenty of time as we approach the midway mark of the fourth and final quarter. Plenty of time for them to get in this. 9 points in 5 minutes, easily reversible, but you just wonder if the momentum is swinging over to Paulistano, and a jump shot there by Da Silva. Brings a timeout from Trouville. Uruguay represented well here in this competition this year. We saw Defensor Sporting, who played in Group E action the opening weekend. They were very unlucky not to advance. Defensor Sporting with a win over Regatas Lima. And they lost to Gimnasia Indalo and Mogi das Cruzes, but they were very, very competitive. Last weekend, the Maccabi Club from Montevideo advanced from Group B. And here we are here, Trouville, also from Montevideo. So the Uruguayans with 3 teams in this competition. Uruguayan fans love to see Trouville get a win here tonight. This very well may be a deciding game in the group. Puckett with a deep 3. That's no good. Guilherme rises with a rebound and claims it for Paulistano. Paulistano in no hurry. Shot clock running down. Lucas with the heave and hope. Strikes the rim. And now Trouville with numbers. The layup attempt is no good. It's an unfortunate miss here for Trouville. Galeto with the miss. Renato lets fly, knocks down a 3. That's a painful 3 from the perspective of Trouville because they missed a 2 last trip down the floor, an easy 2 in transition, then they give away a 3 here. It's a 5-point swing. Romero kicks to the corner. Villegas, can he find something? He can. Absolutely the perfect response by Trouville as they trade 3s with Paulistano. They're down 11 with 3 to play. Arthur Da Silva just trying to overexpress himself a little bit too much with the ball. Good steal by Joaquin. And then you can see there, Arthur Picos, Da Silva with an unsportsmanlike foul. So this means 2 shots and possession for Trouville. It's Claudio Basco to the line. This is the first. Basco from Montevideo makes the second. There's Bosco with the steal. And then in the referee's opinion, he had a clear scoring opportunity, a clear path to the basket. And so the unsportsmanlike foul. Well, can Trouville now profit from this? Stepped out of bounds. It's all labored from Trouville. You can see what Bosco thinks about it. He's annoyed with himself. And so an opportunity to get the deficit down to single digits goes by the by. Little dribble weave here from Paulistano. They love this weave. DePaula back in the game now with the ball in his hands. Shot clock running down. De Silva shot, no good. Trouville, long pass ahead. Can Romero convert? He'll try to give it to Newsom. And Romero's just having a nightmare, really. Romero really struggling. You wonder how much longer he's going to stay in this game. Just too intricate a pass to Newsom. And it goes in the book as a turnover. Into the low post. Lucas. Really sweet move by Lucas. Lucas Silva, the little baby J. And he's got 13. Villegas. It won't fall from the corner. And this game's starting to ebb away from Trouville. They face a 12-point, which may become more this trip down the floor. Paulistano trying to seal the win here now. They're in no hurry. They want those precious seconds to go off the clock. Now just remember, in round-robin play, every possession's important. So Montevideo here, Trouville have got to dig in and concentrate. Good defense by Newsom. Enrique Newsom causes the shot clock violation. That's the third or fourth that Trouville have caused. They've been strong defensively in patches. But it's a long way back now. 12 points down. They need twos or threes, whatever they can get, the best look they can get as early as they can get it. Clean look in the corner. No good. Offensive rebound. Romero can't get a handle on it. I think he's fouled. There's the hold there. A foul against Dos Santos. Good dribble drive. Tough shot. Won't fall. And Lucas Silva rises for the rebound. I've been impressed with Silva's play. 2'7", long body, long arms, just 21 years old. He has a bright future. I've been impressed with this man's play here too. George Lucas to Paula. Oh, he bisects two defenders! Oh, hello! DePaula with a two-handed flush. And Paulistano are going to go on to win this. And in some style. Well, DePaula bisected two defenders, rose to the heavens, and then set it down. Great move by DePaula. That'll make some highlight reels tonight. For me, Liam Kenny, it's been my pleasure to be with you as we see this one out. Closing seconds here. Paulistano are going to win this one going away, but the scoreline will belie what has been a close game throughout. It's just in the last couple of minutes now as you see that thunder dunk from DePaula. Bisects the two defenders. Thank you very much. Here's out to De Silva Pecos, another player with under 19 experience for the national team. Played in that Prague tournament in 2013. Those under-19s are played every 2 years. Well, the final shot by Trouville is off the mark. And so the campaign here at La Liga Sudamericana very much underway for Paulistano. They win going away against Trouville from Montevideo. Your score at the end of this opening game in Group C, 81-66. We'll stay with us as we break this one down. We've got the hosts to come later on. Trouville got to the line 22 times. That's a good sign. Shot well from the line. But their three-point shooting really anemic, 21% on 23 attempts. It's hard to win a game when you shoot that poorly. And then, of course, they gave away 12 rebounds. They're down 12 rebounds in the battle of the boards, and that's just another deficit that is hard to ignore. Carbonari, the leading scorer for Paulistano with 14. Puckett was 17 for Trouville. And there you go, the distribution of scoring. Renke Newsom with 8 points in the first quarter, finished with 14. Well, there's your score line, quarter by quarter. From me, Liam Canny, it is hasta luego. We'll see you in a little while. Come back and join us for the second game in Group C as we bring you coverage, continuing coverage of La Liga Sudamericana.